Hello, all you wonderful, wonderful, wonderful people. Today we have March's Retro Game Treasure. I unfortunately did not actually cut this, but luckily it's strong enough to just break. Normally I try to pre-cut it before opening it. But yeah, I've gotten Retro Game Treasure since like January this year. And so far I've been pretty impressed with the stuff they sent me. Maybe a little bit more so than Video Games Monthly so far, but you never know what you're going to get. So this could be a terrible month for Retro Game Treasure. Who knows? But one thing, stuff is kind of shaking in here, so I wonder if my protector of video games air pillow is in here, because my stuff is a little bit shaking around a bit. It also does not feel that heavy, so I might be kind of... Oh wait, there is air pillows. So then, what was causing the shaking then? Interesting. That is a lot of air pillows for just one box. Alright, what do we got? We have a... Alright, so this is going to be definitely a handheld month. Feels like I have... It's either a Game Gear or a Game Boy game. And 2 Game Boy Advance games. And there is kind of a... That feels like a Super Famicom game, so we will save that for last. We'll start with the Game Boy Advance games. And my cat wants to scratch, so that's lovely. What do we have? Okay. Movie-based license games by Activision. We have Spider-Man on the Game Boy Advance. That is not something that was on my wish list, but... And then I'll let you know if anything is. Now this was technically on my wish list, I think, maybe. I added a bunch of Tony Hawk games on the Game Boy Advance, and I got Tony Hawk's Underground. Cool. Now let's... I think this might be Game Boy Color. I haven't felt the carts well enough to really tell the difference, but let's see what this might be. We have a Game Boy Color, and it is Paperboy. Relatively arcade kind of classic game. Now we got the, what I think is a Super Famicom. It is definitely a Super Famicom. There's Japanese on the back. What is it though? So I can't really read that. But is that paper? No. I don't know what that is. I will have to look that up. And we will do that. It came out in 1993, made in Japan, by a company called Bam Presto? Or developer Bam Presto? I have not heard of them. This looks kind of anime-ish. Maybe more of a platformer kind of thing. That's interesting. Let me get my bag out there. So, this is an interesting box because this time, I didn't really get like any kind of what you would call like main brand kind of game. Like, I know in the previous boxes I got a few Marios, a few Sonics, like stuff you heard of. I haven't heard of a lot of this stuff, so it will be interesting to check them out. And will be interesting to see if I can play this game without knowing Japanese or anything like that. So, before next segment, we'll be checking the prices and finding out what game this is. So, see you in the next part. Alright. Hello, everyone. So, first and foremost, this Super Famicom game, it is Super Puyo Puyo. I'm sure I'm not pronouncing that right, but I was having trouble saying it. But it's a puzzle game. It's kind of a lot like Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. But yeah, that's what this is. Super Puyo Puyo. So we are going to take a nice little gander to see what that goes for. If I can spell. That would have been this one, which, as you see from the cover, well, you don't actually see the cover, so let me move that over a bit. So yeah, as you can see, that the cover does not tell me this was a puzzle game. So good news is I can probably play it once I navigate the menus, if the menus are if the menus aren't complicated, that is. But yeah, so I did not, at least where I find my normal kind of patches for translations, this was not on the list, so I will not be able to get that translated for you. But yeah, so that's a $5 loose kind of game. Let's check out Paper Boy Game Boy Color. Oh wow, so Paperboy is, I guess, the gem of this box. That actually kind of surprised me. Loose, it's like a $20 game. That is surprising. Granted, the cart itself looks like the shell has been scratched to death, but I mean, can't really blame it for that. The shell of a cartridge is meant to, well, protect the motherboard of it. That is surprising. I was not expecting that price point for Paperboy. Now, I wonder how good the game is actually, though. Alright, let's check out Spider-Man Game Boy Advance. Alright, gotta be this one. It's a, $7 game. Cool. Again, I don't really do these boxes for the prices, but I know you guys like to kind of watch and compare this kind of stuff to see what the box's value is. We do have one more game too. So currently we're at basically about $32 right now or something like that. If I'm rounding up the prices. Tony Hawk's Underground for Game Boy Advance. And this is roughly about a $6 game, so yeah, you got about $38 worth in this box, totaling. So yeah, and from this point we will move on to the best part, the testing of these games, and see just what they have to offer. Welcome all to the Retron 5 main menu screen. So yeah, don't know what I want to start with, but we'll start with we'll save Paperboy for last since that surprised me the most value-wise out of this box. But we'll start with the Game Boy Advance games and then move on to the Super Famicom. Then we'll try out Paperboy, which I didn't mention, but all the pins look good. Especially on the Game Boy Advance games, though that is probably because I don't know how often Game Boy Advance games got played. It is loading, so that is a good sign. It just takes sometimes about a minute for it to load in, though. Okay, we got unknown cartridge, so still we'll try to load it up. See. Oh my gosh. That is terrible. Okay. Yeah. Are we frozen? It definitely seems like we are having problems, so reset. Alright, so we are gonna reset, and then we're gonna return to main menu. So, let's pull this out. Now, this could be one of the more rarer cases where just whatever the Retron 5 is using for the emulation of this might not be intact to where it might read it. Or the game could just be faulty. It's really hard to tell, but for a Spider-Man game on the Game Boy Advance, I'm not overly worried about that. What's it doing? Okay, now it read it. I don't get it. Okay, let's... Oh my gosh, that sounds so much better audio-wise. Whatever loaded in on the first time, it was a hacked version or something. I have no idea. Oh my gosh, is it making my ears bleed now? It's still not great audio, trust me, but, well, you hear it, but, or actually you do not, cause, well, thankfully I prevented you guys from hearing the original version because, yeah, I forgot to turn the audio back on my OBS, so. But if you think this sounds bad, you should have heard it before. It just kept repeating the first notes of when I powered on the game. But we can try out this game. What kind of options do we have? Okay, bare bones options. Wouldn't expect any more. Secrets. Locked, locked, locked. More. Movie shot 1, movie shot 2. Locked, 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 locked. More. Locked, 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 la 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 locked. And lock, lock, lock. Okay, so all the secrets are locked. Big surprise. So this does have a save on here. With 28,000, I guess, high score points. Interesting. I will replace one of the 0 games. Or actually, can I just load up? We can load up one of these games. I'll do a favor to the person that owned this game last. I will not delete off their 28,000 score. Yes, great power, great responsibility, blah blah blah, we've all heard it. Okay, I was gonna say, are you gonna have me play as just Peter Parker? Okay, apparently Spider-Man is a cat now. Okay. Trying to claw. Okay, well, that is a little bit confusing. But this is also kind of cool at the same time. Let's go. Oh. Okay. Okay, Spider-Man breaking. Attack enemy with B. Press L to use a web attack on an enemy. Okay, the comic book blam, slam, boom. That's kind of cool. Oh my gosh, it tricketed me. Thwomp, thwack, crack, bam, boom. I'm gonna run out. I'm gonna run out of time, probably. Just because I'm not used to what they're. Can I get up? No. Okay. So, do I just... Okay, yeah, sure. Ow! Rude. Okay, I guess I rescued a hostage. Cool. Oh shoot, what did ours say? Length of your line, blah blah blah. Sure, I'll find out eventually. Okay, sure. I think I did not rescue that hostage fast enough. Unfortunately. Okay. I guess I missed the photo incident. Okay, I have one more hostage to find, I guess. Okay, that is an extra man. Nice. Okay, so I guess this is where the open world comes in. I did find a... Apparently I took a picture or something. Fair enough. There's the hostage. Must be a nun. Well, now what do I do? I guess that is the question. What do I do now? I saved the hostages. Oh. Okay, that's a bounce. Hope you guys are enjoying. Oh, you just walked to the end. Just where do you think you were up to, Punchy? Yeah. Important story plot, I know, but I'm on a time limit. Well, not really. Okay, time bonus 2000. 20 out of 50 spider icons. 1 out of 3 pictures. 1 out of 2 secrets. Now, why would someone want to blow up this perfectly good building? Okay. Okay. Defeating a bunch of Agent Smiths. Got it. Jump off of there. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Stop it. Need it. Oh gosh. I need to be more careful. Okay, whatever. I'm apparently awful at this. Of course, that would come up for me, but not for him. Okay. Secret over here? Something like that. Rude. Okay, the building is apparently crumbling. I guess I should have known better. Race against the crumbling of the building. Eee. Wrong way. What the? What am I doing continuing to play this? Honestly, I had a pretty quick unboxing for you guys, so get off the ceiling, please. Or not. Oh my gosh, let go. Controls are a little bit funky. Go, get out of my way. Out of my way. Don't you see the buildings collapsing? Yep, just run through it. Who cares about damage at this point? This is actually kind of intense. Not gonna lie. Ow, ow, ow. Know what? Nope. Not gonna deal with it. Come on, go. Just keeps going, doesn't it? Oh my gosh. Yeah, so... So, yeah, that is Spider-Man. And that is it's a game. Yeah, it's a game. Played that for much longer than what I was intending, but maybe I'll cut it down, maybe I won't. You guys can probably just skip through the video if it's not your cup of tea. Interesting, though. As we wait for Tony Hawk's Underground to load. Let me try that again, shall we? Just to... Okay, we got it loading again. Hopefully it actually loads in. The pens do look a little bit different because it looks like it's missing a couple pens, but I'm not really sure. But it looks to be loading now. Yeah, loaded. Alright. This does have a story. Should probably just do Freescape, but... let's just go with number 2. Okay. I will start a new game. Yeah. Don't care. I am gonna be VIRO. Start. We're definitely gonna be male. Oh, I guess we got both. Regular, face. Oh my gosh, the customization at its finest. Can't even tell what it's supposed to be. Let's go with... well, the jacket. And we're gonna go with cargo pants, at least that's what I assume them are. And white shoes. Why not? Yes. Yep. Oh my gosh, that is confusing a little bit. Ow, ow, ow. Apparently I can't skate there. So, this is definitely ambitious, considering the fact that this is technically an isometric 3D, and they do got blood in the game. But the controls, this is not exactly what I would call ideal. Is there a way to go faster? That's how you switch. Oh, hey, I did something, a nollie or something. And yes, that is about what I expect from a Tony Hawk game on the Game Boy Advance. But, like I said, I do have a spot for extreme sports games. Let's switch it up and try the Super Famicom. So, or I could have just plugged it in here and it tell me what it is, but it's more fun to look it up. Alright, let's see if I can navigate through this. Well, press start button, that's pretty self-explanatory. I saw a Puo. That says, single player mode. Yeah, that's what that says. Random. Or wait, no, this is picking a save spot? Save slot, maybe? Lesson 1. Bag of Bones. So this is just going to come down to where they're saying, I'm going to beat you. No, I'm going to beat you. Oh, wait, you got to line up 4, don't you? Crap. It's okay. Let's do this smartly. Because I am perfectly doing this like like a boss. Sure. That's what we'll call it. Why green? Blue and green and... Why does it gotta be red, huh? We're gonna do that right there. We have a green. Oh, I know. You want it. Fine. Gosh, you're making things hard. Really? These are so rude. Alright. Well, I'm gonna go with yellow first. And then you give me another yellow. Of course you do. Oh my gosh, stop with the yellows. I don't like that, but fine. What do we got? So, I'm gonna be honest, I've never really played much of this puzzle game. So, this is gonna be interesting to see just what I'm able to do. It looks like I'm winning, though, all things considered. Finally, a double something. Oh, F you, game. F you. I know I should be getting combos and not organize all this up very... Okay, there's a good combo. Well, that is rude. Okay, what do we got? Let's do this. Let's do that. Let's keep doing this. Let's take out the reds. Let's take out the greens. It just wants to give me more reds, doesn't it? That was probably not the but no. You know what? It's not completely ruined. Though why it wants to give me greens, I don't know. I will complete... Oh my gosh. Get rid of that. Yeah. That's awful. But not impossible. Got it. Sure. Then we got that together. I hope he's ready to lose, because I'm going to defeat that bag of bones. It doesn't matter what I go for. Didn't want to do that. Well, shoot. Eey. Okay, that actually worked out for... I wouldn't say better, but... Oh my gosh. One more red, one more yellow, and then we're gonna get that, then we're gonna get that, then we're gonna get more effing yellows. Okay, I defeat the first person. I'm gonna count that as a win, so... Anyways, that is super Puyo. And I know I'm saying that wrong, but I can't pronounce it, I guess. Alright, let's check out the value-wise, the more most value game, Paperboy. Okay. Let's go with this and go for it. Don't you dare say that. So, I never actually had a Game Boy to really test in this thing. But, I mean, pins, they look clean. I'm not putting it in wrong, am I? Can't be. Okay, well that is interesting. I mean, I'm not the biggest Paperboy fan, but that is why I have this little set, just in case I need to try to clean something. Yeah, I got these little ones where that way I can fit them in Game Boy and stuff where the pins are. That way I can accurately clean them if need be. So let's go ahead and start scrubbing it. It shows a little bit dirty. Hopefully that helped. Well, that is unfortunate. So, well, it is definitely not reading in the Retron 5. And it's definitely not frozen. But I am trying it every which way. So, I may have to reach out about this. I don't know. But we'll see. If anyone else can provide any info of if Paperboy on the Game Boy Color is supposed to read on the Retron 5, then they can let me know in the comments. But it's alright. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Alright, hey guys, so I wanted to make one more short note before ending this video completely. So, after looking up, I could not find any evidence that Paperboy on the Game Boy Color is supported by the Retron 5. It wasn't listed on the compatibility list, so it's probably never been tried before, because they wasn't saying yes or no if it was a compatible or not, so it probably hasn't even been tried before. So the cartridge probably works fine, but I do not have an accurate way to test it because I don't have official hardware to play this on. So with that said, since I cannot find any evidence on this being played on a Retron 5 on YouTube anywhere or anything like that, then pretty much this is on me. So, game probably works fine. But, yeah. I just wanted to put that in a little note, just to know that it's probably not Retro Game Treasure's fault. So yeah, but this is pretty neat. It wasn't a game I was dying to play though, so for now I will put it up in the small collection I have, but at some point I will probably go through the games and weed out the ones that I definitely don't need, and this unfortunately will probably fall into that category, just because I'm not a big handheld fan. But on ending notes, Spider-Man was kind of cool. Controls on it was a little bit funky. Tony Hawk's Underground, it was kind of meh, but it's kind of what you gotta expect with handhelds and extreme sports games. Not enough buttons on the controller to do things. This one was actually pretty neat for not needing a translation. Easily playable and such. So yeah, the win in the box for me is actually probably Super Puyo Puyo. And that's surprising because puzzle games are really not my go-to genre. So yeah, that's actually kind of awesome. I'm happy to actually have that. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video.